Today on Fly Rod Chronicles, I'm taking my family to Warm Springs, Oregon to fish the famous Deschutes River. This family vacation has it all, experiencing the culture of the native Warm Springs tribe, drifting a Blue Ribbon River, the Deschutes. And at the end of this trip, a very important lesson is learned, and one that everybody needs reminded of in today's world. Stick around, you're gonna love it.
Traveling the world, fishing, enjoying the great outdoors. Those are things that would have seemed impossible to me when I was a kid growing up in the mountains of West Virginia. I'm a lucky man, and I never want to forget it, and I'm hoping that sharing my experiences with folks will inspire them to do the same. I'm Curtis Fleming, and these are my Fly Rod Chronicles.
You know, being out at the Deschutes, experiencing not only the fishing, but the friendship, the relationship that I've built with Elk and his wife Alicia, I had to get my girls out here in Oregon, in Warm Springs, to see this place.
All right, we're in the nation's capital, Washington, D.C., but we are headed to Oregon, going to the Deschutes, and I cannot wait to get the girls out here on some red sides.
Getting more quality time with them and learning new things from them and just spending time with them is really good.
You know, we try to do family shows, and to me they're special because spending time with family is, to me, what it's all about. Fishing and family, it just increases what we do.
I've come on a lot of vacations out west, and it is a long haul to get out here, but it's something different each time, and it's amazing each time to be with my family. It can be breathtaking just to look at scenery. It's the little things that can make you happy just coming out here.
J-Rod, we hear everywhere. What a glamorous life we live. They think we only fish. We're traveling with 2 daughters and a wife. Glamorous. It really is. Wouldn't trade it for anything.
A wise man once told me that the anticipation of a trip is usually just as good or better than the trip itself. This is one case where that old saying is absolutely wrong.
Our first trip to Oregon, I was a little concerned that not much to do in the wild west of Oregon.
The girls, especially Shelley, were questioning the things to do and see in Oregon. But I knew from experience that Elk and Alicia Littleleaf of Littleleaf Guide Service would be the perfect host for this year's family vacation.
My daughter Lakin,
Hi, nice to meet you.
Lakin, nice to meet you.
Autumn,
Hi, nice to meet
my wife Shelley.
you. Nice
Shelly.
to meet you. Oh, we're so excited.
Looking forward to it, brother.
Although Elk can't wait to show the girls and I the Deschutes River, we all can't pass up the opportunity to stop at Juniper Junction near the Smith Rock State Park area for a couple scoops of their world-famous huckleberry ice cream.
Good, huh? Isn't that good?
I don't think ice cream can be bad.
Fly fishing for me has always been a means to get there. It's given me a reason to explore a new place and discover new things. These trips are so much more than fishing for me. And a matter of fact, it's the small things like sharing an ice cream cone with my girls that I remember just as much as the fishing itself. Stick around. When we come back, the girls and I drift the famous Deschutes River.
Hey, there's a lot more going on in Fly Rod Chronicles behind the scene. If you want to check it out, join us on Facebook or Twitter.
This segment is brought to you by Project Healing Waters, healing those who serve.
Welcome back to Fly Rod Chronicles. This special episode documents our family vacation out west. So far, it seems like my girls have been constantly on their phones, but that is all about to change as we get ready to drift the world-famous Deschutes River.
Hey,
Are you serious? Listen, if this is what your kids do, you gotta come take a trip with us. Put those away, because we're gonna go catch some fish. Come on.
We all got on the road with drift boats in tow, and a short drive later, we arrived at the site that I've been longing for since I left, the banks of the mighty Deschutes. This wild rainbow blue ribbon river is one of the main reasons I brought my family over 4,000 miles from home, and I was excited for them to see it in all its glory as we prepared to float one of Elk's favorite stretches.
We'll go get some of the girls on the fish today?
We will.
That's awesome. Looking forward to it, brother. Well, I think the boat has went in the water, and I am pumped to get out on that boat. You guys ready?
Yeah, ready.
Let's hit it. Let's do it. This is a Cadillac right here, isn't it? I mean, I remember the old days where we used to have to pole vault into these boats, huh?
It makes life easy.
Wow.
I mean, how crazy is that right there? It's like one step, and you're in.
It was great to be drifting down the Deschutes River with my girls, soaking up the magnificent views and listening to Elk explain the importance of the river to his people, the Warm Springs tribe.
It's very important. We've depended on this river, on the Columbia, for generations. Our family, we hunted, we fished, and the river is our main transportation back in the old days. You know, without the river, we wouldn't have life. We wouldn't be around.
Wow. You know what's cool about being on a drift boat in Oregon? They have a law that you cannot fish from a boat. So you have to get out and you have to wait.
With some large stoneflies still lingering around, we opted to rig up a big salmon fly imitation, hoping for an explosion on top from a hungry red band trout.
That's an imitation of the salmon fly. And see what he's got underneath here, the wings?
Yeah.
And see he's got the rubber legs. So that is what the fish sees from the bottom looking up. You know, the Deschutes is a very technical stream. In Fly Fishing 101, I bet it would say do not take beginners, your family, people that you love, on the Deschutes fishing. Knowing that they could come out and be with elk, and elk got to take them to some of the honey holes, got to take them to some of the sweet spots on the tribal side of the river, that is not explained in 101 Fly Fishing.
After spotting a feeding trout, Elk moved on him in perfect position to get a good drift.
Come on.
I eagerly watched in anticipation as she presented the fly, and I couldn't believe the explosion that was about to happen.
That was a good one. Got him. Oh. You almost did it. You almost did it.
Oh my God.
Did you guys film that one? Oh my gosh. Did he take it? Yeah, he broke.
Wow.
Or no, the knot kind of
big
came
was
out.
that?
Yeah, he snapped it off. That was a big one.
Did I do everything right?
You did everything. He was just a bigger than usual fish. Let's put another type of bug on.
As a father, it is hard for me to watch my girls struggle to catch fish on the Deschutes, but they weren't getting as frustrated as, say, I would have.
No!
And although they keep missing opportunities at fish and are constantly dealing with the technical water of the Deschutes, they are all smiles, and I've noticed that for now, the cell phones are put away, so I'm not complaining one bit. Stick around because the girls' hard work is going to pay off later when they all land their first red band trout of the trip. You won't want to miss it.
Fly Rod Chronicles. The best. Stay tuned for more.
This segment is brought to you by Mountain Khakis. Life Untucked.
Welcome back to Fly Rod Chronicles.
You know, Audie, before we go down the river, I want to show you one thing. You know, today, you were having a hard time figuring out what to do with your left hand. And some people, you'll see them take two hands like this. The best thing to do with that left hand is just hold on to the line out here. And I want to just show you one thing, and it's called a single haul. Okay. And what it'll help you do is it'll give you more energy to throw the line just a little bit further. So again, Autumn, this left hand, you're taking control of the line. Instead of just letting your hand dangle there or putting it up here, you're taking control of it. So when you pull it back, look at my hands over here, see? It's just a little twitch. So single haul, and that's your double haul. And all that does is speed up your line, gives more energy, lays it out there. On windy days like this, you got to get it out there instead of hanging it up there and letting the wind do this. We've seen that a lot, haven't we? Huh?
Yeah.
Well, you're doing a great job.
Thank you.
Let's take us down the river and put it to use.
Sounds good.
All right.
After showing Autumn how to single haul, she was able to cast in the windy conditions way more effectively.
Perfect.
It wasn't long before she was reeling in her first red band trout ever.
Audie, you got a good one? Yeah. Huh? All right, let's move right down here to elk. Keep the tension on him. Remember, keep it real tight. Oh, look at the dipper. Look at the
You got him. We got him.
Look at this. You got a red band. Audie, Louie. Give me this. Get down here. Let's get some pictures. Back into the Deschutes.
Yep.
Good job, Audie.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Good job, Audie.
Thank you.
Yep, good job. You know, one of the coolest things about our show is I get to travel with my family sometimes. And they really wanted to come out here to Oregon on the Deschutes and meet your family.
Whether it's a little guiding, paperwork, whatever it may be, I'm here. It takes teamwork. We wouldn't be able to be where we're at today without all the teamwork we do.
Not many things you can do outdoors with a girl guide or expect to have a girl guide. Alicia's great. She is personable, she is excited all the time, and it makes it fun, and it makes it fun to do anything. When you get the fish on, it's different. With a guy, it's like, oh, I do this all the time. And she's so excited. She's like, wow, we did this. We're girls and we did this. And it's an incredible feeling.
Good job, Lakin. Right under the boulder, right as we expected him to. He took the caddis in his mouth. Good job.
Thank you so
girlfriend.
much. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. We did it.
Yeah.
We beat the boys.
That's one thing about fishing when you're guiding. When you meet people, you know, you become friends, you get close to them. And that's one of the important keys of being a guide, is not just putting them in front of fish and hooking them up, but if you could be genuine and be their friend and be real, I think they'll appreciate that.
Well, I know my family and the girls really appreciated it.
There's only so much you can learn in a classroom and a book with a teacher, but to come out here and to learn about Native American culture and to see actual artifacts and to experience how they grew up and where they grew up, there's nothing like it. You can only get that experience from traveling and to be there. So we took a trip to Warm Springs Museum and saw a lot about what it was about.
So of our 3 tribes here in Warm Springs, Confederate tribes, the Paiute, the Wasco, and the Warm Springs.
I feel really blessed, like getting to spend time with my dad and him taking me on all these cool trips, and like it's technically educational because I learn something new every place we go.
So Elk, what is this first catch ceremony and the first kill ceremony?
Well, the first catch ceremony would be like the first salmon that comes up the river, the very first one that gets netted, it's a celebration. Same thing with the roots, the first roots that grow. And then the first kill celebration is the right to manhood for young warriors. You know, it's like the first deer, the first salmon, same thing, it's their right to manhood. 3 variations, you know, in this tribe. Everybody does it a little bit different, but it's similar.
You know, bringing the girls out here to fish, it's not just fishing, it's about the culture. It's about history. Bringing them out to a place like the Deschutes in Oregon, there is no classroom or education that can take place that equals what's happening out here in Oregon.
Stick around, we'll be right back with Rod Chronicles.
Welcome back to Rod Chronicles. My family and I was wrapping up an amazing float trip down the Deschutes River with Little Leaf Guide Service.
Jumper? Yeah. Now you see where he was at? In the shadow, in the shaded parts. That's where they'll come out and hide around.
Oregon law mandates that you cannot fish from our boats. And yes, that might be frustrating to some anglers, but my girls didn't have a care in the world.
The girls were soaking up the scenery. They were getting the suntan. Life is good, the food's good, the people's good, and the girls got to see more wildlife than they would have got to see at the Pittsburgh Zoo.
The only thing better than drifting the Deschutes River is eating a riverside lunch on it. So we beached the Pavati boats at a gorgeous bend, and little did I know that I was about to have one of the most unforgettable meals of my life.
So now we're gonna go up for some Indian tacos streamside. How's that sound?
And dry bread that I heard is incredible. I'm so excited.
Let's do it.
It's always so much more than fishing on these trips with my girls. Now that Lakin is off to college, it's a rarity for us all to sit down as a family and eat together. Food awakens the senses. The smell and taste of a particular food can trigger a memory of something other than the food itself. When I eat fry bread in the future, I will remember that lunch with my girls.
All right. Can we take out that squeak when I got up? And I mean, it wasn't me. It did. That wasn't. It was the bench. I'm telling you. So, Elk, what's the plan, brother?
Now we're kind of slacking on time a little bit. We're gonna shoot through a couple spots. We'll probably stop at a place called Cascella. It's the next spot. So we're gonna go along the shore and just cast around out there.
Okay.
It is the last day of the trip and the light is fading fast. Some pages of the scrapbook have been filled up with some amazing pictures. But if Shelly wants to get her picture holding a red band trout, she is gonna have to pull it together and make it happen fast.
Curtis isn't necessarily my favorite guide. It's definitely my favorite guy, but guiding, not so much.
You ready to hit the water?
I'm ready.
All right.
Curtis has a tendency to, how do I say it? Push me over the edge.
Hey, it's not a competition, but it is about the biggest fish.
Okay, love you. Sometimes it's the ones that you do not catch, the ones that you fish so hard for, and no matter what fly you try, what cast you make, you can't get it. But it makes it all more the worthwhile for the one that you finally do catch.
There he is.
Yes!
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 Let it run. Let him run. Yeah. Oh my gosh, please don't let him loose. I need to hold a fish so bad. Oh! No. Oh, yes. Oh, finally, can you hold the pole?
It's time for this week's Trout Unlimited Release of the Week.
Oregon Rainbow. Oh, I've been working all day for this. So worth it. feel like Andy Griffith now at the end of the day. He walks away with the rod. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad I finally caught one.
I am too. I was praying for you.
Gosh. I am so tired. We have fished so hard today.
I know.
You know, I haven't got a text from the girls in like 2 hours. What do you think's going on?
There they are, right there.
What? No cell phones and they're fishing?
We didn't even tell them to go fishing.
Oh my gosh.
You know, it was great to see the girls evolve, to see them take the cell phones and put them away and enjoy what the Deschutes has to offer.
You know what? I'm missing out. I'm gonna go have fun too.
And plus, I saved a little money this month on my Verizon bill.
It's incredible. Look at them. They're on the bank casting.
I haven't seen him this happy in a long time, Curtis.
Lots of smiles coming out here on the Deschutes, Oregon, getting to hang out with Elk, Alicia. And thank you for coming out here and hanging out with me on Fly Rod Chronicles.
My pleasure.
Yeah. And all the viewers out there, thank you for hanging out with Fly Rod Chronicles. Come back next week.
I'm just a fishing bum. If I don't have the gas, then I stick out my thumb. I've gotta get there one way or another. I'm a fishing bum.
Nah, get it out of here.